Hi everyone. So, on today's first episode of So You Want to Talk About Child Abuse, I'm going to share with you a little bit of background information. We are a family of four. We are strong supporters of victims of child abuse. This is about my husband and his abuse that took place years ago when he was 3 years old. He is now 38. We've recently gone back to his hometown where everything happened, and we found some interesting facts about the case. And I'm not going to name any names as of right now, but my husband was physically assaulted by his biological father. He left burns on his body, and he left him visually impaired for the rest of his life. So every day is a struggle for him to be able to do tasks that we take for granted. He makes the best of it that he can. But mainly the purpose of this video is to just seek justice for my husband and what he's been through. Again, we took a trip to his hometown and found some information. And first I'm going to read the news article back 30-something years ago of the initial incident that happened. The Class A misdemeanor injury to a child indictment was returned against, no name mentioned, age 25. The indictment charges on Mr. with inflicting bodily injury by criminal negligence to his 3-year-old son last October 26th. It accuses him of leaving the boy unattended in a bathtub, resulting in the boy being burned by running water. That was a news article that was mentioned. We recently went back to the hometown and we went to the police department to see if we could get any information, and this is what we got out of it.
I understand.
That's it. Listen to what I'm saying. In the charges, that's what he said, that he left me in the bathtub alone.
He left him in the bathtub alone.
Sir, I understand that you want to tell me your story, but there's nothing that you're going to tell me that I can help you with.
Pushing him away.
It's
been 35 years.
There's no double jeopardy. He cannot be recharged for that crime. End of story. There's nothing else we can do for you.
But what about the brain trauma that no one even mentioned?
There was
Sir,
no mention of brain injury in this
I
article
have no earthly idea
that
what
left
their
my husband
bargaining
visually
and what their
impaired.
deal was with that, but if he got probation for what he did to you, it's over.
What I'm saying is, the DA sent us over here to talk to y'all.
Because they don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm just
But
going to
the
tell you
DA
straight
don't
up
wanna
the
talk
truth.
to
There
us,
is
so they
nothing
sent us to
no
the
one
police
else can do
department.
for you at this point.
So that's what we got from the police department. We went back and forth from the police department to the DA, and none of them wanted to handle our situation. We just wanted answers. His biological father was fined $1,000, and he was on a year probation for leaving him unattended in the bathtub. We've found documents of doctor's records, CPS records, everything you can imagine, pictures that we thought we would never get our hands on that was still there. So we just want to get answers and justice for my husband. He has been through hell and back because of his biological father, and it's not right. And so I'm asking for anyone who sees this video to please help reach out. We need resources to help us get to the bottom of it and seek justice. This is a letter from the doctor that examined my husband's body and when he got the burns, and the doctor says that the scar type is compatible with scald burns caused by a forced immersion burn in the child, was forcibly placed in hot water and held there for a sufficient length of time for the burn to occur. This can be seen in the clear distribution, lack of splash burns, and sparing of characteristic areas. In addition, his healed posterior craniotomy scars were present at examination. Given the child's age, this cannot be the result of birth trauma nor the result of a simple childhood accident. The production of such severe damage requires a force equivalent to a fall of 15 to 20 feet head first onto a hard surface. In my opinion, the skull burns has the characteristic patterns of forced immersion burns, one of very few patterns that by definition must be the result from deliberate child abuse. Both of these injuries have resulted in permanent bodily injury and either could have caused his death. That's the doctor's letter of what he wrote, and my husband's biological father claims that it was all an accident, that he splashed a little water on him and he left him unattended. We go back and look at all the CPS records. His story changes at least 3 times. He said he fell and hit his head at a grocery store. Other stories that he mentioned is not consistent with what really happened, and we are just seeking for answers. If anyone, please hear us out. We have a amazing story to tell, and we need to seek justice for my husband for what his father did to him years ago. It's forever changed his life. He struggles every day. Child abuse is a horrible subject to talk about, but it needs to get out there, and things need to get said and done about it. People just sweep it under the rug like it's a normalcy, and it's not. We are asking for help. If please somebody would reach out and help us get to the bottom of this. Thank you very much. I will continue with episode 2 and share more photos, videos, documentation that we found. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye.